Good evening, this is Angel with Crown My Aqua Heart Tarot, and I'm going to do a pick a card that's my Moon Oracles, and I grabbed a Syrian Starseed Oracle, or tarot card, just because these are all ones I still have to use a book because they're newer to me, and I grabbed a stone for each, and one of my Heavenly Lyrics Oracle cards that I made, and then one of my Easy Zodiac Oracle cards that I made. On the first pile, we have Golden Healer. Second pile, Unakite. Third pile, Dream Amethyst or Chevron Amethyst. Fourth pile, we have Larvakite. Okay, pile one. So you have the Golden Healer Stone. And the Golden Healer is good for healing, protection, willpower, and grounding. It's beautiful and I love it. And then the cards we're using today are the Moonology Oracle, Queen of the Moon Oracle, Black Moon Astrology cards, the Syrian Starseed Tarot, and Sacred Rebels Guidebook. Sacred Rebels Oracle. And then also there is two different oracle decks that I made. This is the Easy Zodiac Oracle, and then this one is my Heavenly Lyrics Oracle. So I think I'm just gonna go in Oracle. Yes, I'm gonna go in Oracle today. I'm gonna go in order. So you got Cancer. So you either are a Cancer, there's a Cancer in your life, or you're just embodying these things right now. So it says nurturing, compassionate, goofy, loving, sensitive, and emotional. And then your card, and most of these are love songs, but they can be applied to anything in your life, really, is Always Remember Us This Way by Lady Gaga. And the lyrics are that Arizona sky burning in your eyes. You look at me and babe, I want to catch on fire. It's buried in my soul like California gold. You found the light in me that I couldn't find. So when I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Ironically, I chose that song because of a Cancer guy. Funny how things work out. And then I didn't really have a theme for this. I just wanted to do like a quick pick a card. I tried to do one with the Aries full moon and I just couldn't get it to tape and upload. So I just grabbed my oracle cards and we'll see what comes out for pile one. So you got two Sacred Rebel cards. You got Free from Judgment, Free to Love. And you got Sacred Fool. There we go. Get it in that way. It's really beautiful cards. Now, this is a new deck to me, so I'm just going to zip the book open quick and see if there's anything that will help me with the understanding. They are 39 and 40, which means they're in succession, which usually is good because that means you're moving in the right direction in some area of your life. And I'm almost getting a vibe from you, like maybe you're kind of a fool in love right now. And I don't know if that is with a romantic partner, if that is with a job, or if that is, it could be with a child or a pet or anything. There's a lot of things you can love. Okay, so this card here is talking about just feeling infused with love, being happy. You don't really even know why, you just know that you are in love. And there is a lot of tie into children. So I don't know if you're trying to get pregnant, if you recently had a child, if you are nurturing a relationship with your parent, possibly. And then let's take a look and see what information I can get from Sacred Fool. Okay, so Sacred Fool talks about telling the truth, not having to be conventional, and basically leading with your heart. So I would almost, this energy kind of feels like kind of being a fool in love, maybe like, and it doesn't have to be romantic love, but that feeling like you're like teenage love, like puppy love, where it just like kind of encompasses you and you don't really overthink it. And, you know, that could apply. I'm feeling more of a romantic vibe, but it could apply to, you know, a deep friendship, a child, a pet. But I'm getting more of a romantic vibe just because of the song and because of the nurturing and the compassionate. I mean, it's probably going to be more of a child or a romantic relationship, just by what those cards are kind of leaning towards. And then let's see what you got for your other cards. You got a waxing moon. The energy is gaining momentum. So that's leaning towards more of a romantic relationship. Because if it was with a child, like if it was a relationship with your child, there's not really going to be momentum. It's going to be more of a stable thing throughout their life. And then we have new moon beginnings. So I'm almost feeling like you're going to have new love, some sort of a new relationship. I mean, it could be a really, really deep friendship, but I'm leaning towards romantic. And then we have air element communicating. And this is your second 39 card. So 3, 9, 39, 12, any of those numbers, 9, any of those numbers relate to you if you are an air sign. This is talking about communicating. So maybe somebody you've been wanting to communicate with that you are in kind of a new love situation with is going to communicate, or the door is going to open for you guys to communicate. And then your last card is the Four of Flames from the Syrian Starseed Oracle. Now this deck was absolutely enormous when I bought it. So I have actually trimmed it down twice so that I could fit it into my hands. So I apologize if they look a little janky, but I did trim them down and I edged them in like a bronze color because I wanted to feel more in tune with them. I still am learning them, so it helped to a point, but you know, it's like everything else. It can only help so far. So Four of Flames, this does talk about a possible fire sign or you having fire sign energy. I see roses here. So I could say this might be like a twin flame you're meeting or starting a relationship with. This talks about celebrating. So maybe you're going to meet somebody at a celebration or see them again. Talks about the Druid Festival of Beltane, if that's something that you have interest in. And it talks about fertility. So the two main themes that I'm kind of seeing looking through all these different cards has been the idea of fertility, like maybe possibly trying to conceive a child, and that would fit along with the new beginnings or the new beginnings of a relationship. So, you know, obviously take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I hope that's been helpful and fun, and until next time. Hi, Pile 2. You got unakite, and that is for balance. I love this stone. Don't ask me why. Releasing blockages, nurturing, and patience. Probably because I need balance and patience. And then these are the two oracle cards I made. One is the Easy Zodiac, and the other one is the Heavenly Lyrics. And then the other decks that we're using are the Sacred Rebel Oracle. I pulled one tarot card from the Syrian Starseed Tarot because I'm still learning it. All these decks are ones I'm learning. Black Moon Astrology card, a Queen of the Moon card, and a Moonology card. And I had originally tried to do a Aries full moon reading, and it just wouldn't work. So I'm just doing like a fun off-the-cuff one for everybody. So you got Libra. Charming, fair, self-pitying, diplomatic, idealistic, and social. So you could be a Libra, there could be a Libra in your life, or you could just be embodying that energy right now. And your song is Everything by Alanis Morissette. And the lyrics are, I can be an asshole of the grandest kind. I can withhold like it's going out of style. I can be the moodiest you've ever met, who's as negative as I am at sometimes. I'm the wisest woman you've ever met. I'm the kindest soul with whom you've connected. I have the bravest heart that you've ever seen, and you've never met anyone who's as positive as I am sometimes. You see everything, you see every part. You see my light and you love my dark. You dig everything of which I am ashamed. There's not anything to which you can't relate, and you're still here. So both these cards, to me, are kind of talking about duality, because a lot of Libra's characteristics are very opposite ends of the spectrum. And since we're talking about balance, there's going to be duality, because there's going to be good and bad, and you want it to be balanced. And these readings are coming out to me to have like a little bit of a relationship with the moon vibe. So we'll see where it goes from here. Your first one is take time to breathe out. So we did talk about patience here, so that would make sense. And then blossoming, the flower moon, 3-3, so you have repeating numbers. And then your dark moon card is earth stability, so it could be an earth sign, number 11, 3, or 8. And then your divine rebel cards are heaven sent, 3-3 again. So the first two readings now have had cards from different decks with the same number. That's kind of neat. And in the world, not in the world. So that's a 7, or a 3 and a 4. And this is a 6 or a 3 and a 3. And then your Syrian Starseed card is the 8 of Chalices. So he's walking away from all his cups. So I am not super familiar with any of these decks. So I'm just going to browse through the books quick and give you as much information as I can, as quick as I can, and just kind of getting familiar with them. And that seems to be the best way, and the way that Spirit wants me to. Okay, so to me, this card is talking about gifts from heaven and being thankful for them. That could be, spiritual gifts. That could be people, pets. That could really be anything. And then this card also is kind of talking about spiritual stuff, because it's in the world, not in the world. So maybe connecting to earth. I can almost get like a grounding vibe here too, because like these flowers, she's growing into the earth. And the moon, where it's saying take time to breathe out, it's like just like relax and ground yourself in the earth. And then we have earth and stability and grounding go together. And then let me just see what else in the book here, if there's anything different. And this kind of talks about clearing out the clutter in your mind. We all have it. And getting back to ours. I mean, you're getting a real grounding vibe. So something in your life needs to be grounded right now. Maybe you've just been really busy and you need to take a little time for yourself, a little self-care. We all need that, and most of us do not get enough of it. Let's take a look at this 8 of Chalices card. So this card here is talking about turning your back on your emotions and like stuffing your emotions down almost. Like, they need to be part of your life, but you're kind of avoiding them. And that's probably why you need to be grounded and tune into your gifts. So let's see if I can get a little more information in this Black Moon card. Now, the first reading had just a little flavor of a possible twin flame, divine timing, divine guidance. But this one has some repeating themes. You have 11s twice, you have repeating numbers, so twinning, 3 and 3 is a twin, 11 is a twin, and then heaven sent, and in this world, not in this world. This has a very strong twin flame vibe to it. And then the little quote that comes with this card is, "Every moment and every event of every man's life on earth plants something in his soul," by Thomas Merton. This really talks about getting in tune with your spiritual self. So I'm seeing like a really strong spiritual connection here. Getting balance between both sides of yourself, possibly meeting and getting together with your twin. Now, a twin can be a romantic relationship. It can be a sibling. It can be a parent. It can be a child. So just be aware of that. It's not always romantic. It's just this amazing connection that helps you grow and is like a lifelong relationship. So be aware of this, and I hope you have a great time until the blue moon. I don't know if I'm going to get another reading in before then, but I hope this helps. Hope you had a great night. Okay, pile 3, welcome. Tonight I am trying to use a few newer decks that I have. 3 of the 5 are moon-related oracles. I've got my Syrian Starseed Tarot. I pulled a card from that, and 1 or 2 cards from the Sacred Rebels Oracle. I also have one from my Heavenly Lyrics Oracle, that's mine, and my Easy Zodiac Oracle. And then this one has one of my favorite stones, the Dream Amethyst, or the Chevron Amethyst. Love, love, love these. It is good for developing your intuition, restful sleep, stress release, remove residual negativity. Now, I tried to do a reading for the Aries full moon. It did not work for me, so I'm just doing, and I had it all prepped and everything. So this one I'm just doing off the cuff. I don't really have a theme going in. Both of them have kind of developed their own themes from the previous piles, so I'm assuming yours is going to do the same. Okay, so you guys have Gemini. So, what I get from Gemini is you're either a Gemini, you have a Gemini in your life, you may have your sun in your life, you are a twin, you have a twin personality, you have twins in your life. So duality, youthfulness, smart, indecisive, flaky, and versatile. And you could just be embodying this energy also. It doesn't have to be an actual Gemini. Then your song is I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. And the lyrics are, I gotta take a little time to think things over. I better read between the lines in case I need it when I'm older. Now this mountain I must climb feels like the world upon my shoulders. Through the clouds I can see love shine. It keeps me warm as life grows colder. In my life there's been heartache and pain. I know if I can face it again. Can't stop now. I've traveled so far to change this lonely life. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I want to feel what love is. I know that you can show me. So this talks about a person they've dealt with trials and tribulations. They've had some pain in their life, but they're ready to take another chance on love. And the easy answer would be it's a romantic situation. It could be in a deep friendship. It could mean, getting pregnant and having a child, or getting a better relationship with your child, or with a sibling or a parent. I try to hit a few areas because not everybody's life is the same. But those are kind of the vibes that I am getting off of this. Now I'm going to show you the other cards, and then I'm going to kind of hit the books if I need to for some clarification. So let's start with the Sacred Rebels. We have, what do you feel? And that appears to be a woman looking at the earth, and she has an apple in one hand and an orange in the other, and she has them levitating. Now, we're talking about duality. We're talking about twins. Another possible thing with these could be a choice. Maybe there's a choice that you have to make. Maybe you have to give up something in order to have a chance with love. And then the other one is focus on the light, and that's a sunflower. And that makes me think of that Post Malone song, "You're my sunflower." I don't know why. I'm just a cheeseball, and I love music. And the numbers on these cards are a 9 and 3 and 7, 37, or that reduces down to 10, which reduces down to 1. So if those numbers mean anything to you. And then we have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So you have a few cards leaning towards love. This talks about getting past the pain, and then you have focus on the light, and then what do you feel, and then new romantic cycle begins. So maybe you're starting over with someone, or you're just getting out there to start dating, or you're trying to have a different relationship with your children or your siblings or your parents, And it's like a new start, like when you go out in the sun and you start to feel good again after a really long winter. And then we have Blue Moon, Unexpected. So this is cool because it's 43, which is a 7. Also cool because you know we're having a blue moon at the end of the month. So Halloween might be important for you. I don't know if that's a holiday that you love. Could be your birthday. Could be when you're going to meet someone. Could be when you're going to rekindle something. It could be anything, but it's cool to me because we have a blue moon coming. And then your black moon card is Moon Soul. So that is very beautiful. You've got lots of blues and greens. Now, greens is the heart chakra. So that makes sense because you're talking about choices and you're talking about kind of healing your heart and starting from a new place and giving something a chance. And blue is usually kind of like a calming spiritual energy. So maybe your healing's taking place through your spiritual side and helping you to heal. And that makes sense with the dream amethyst too, because that kind of helps you relax and it helps you become more in tune with your spiritual side. Now, our last card is a tarot card. Ooh, that's a cool one. The Shadow. I'm going to have to look that one up because I cannot take very much from that. I mean, I do see a spider web. And then I see, looks like the number 15, which would reduce down to 16. Or, I mean, down to 6. Sorry, my addition skills. And there is 2 people here, and they're shadows. It looks to be a man and a woman, but it could be any, it could just be the energy, too. Like a masculine energy and a feminine energy. Okay, so let's take a look. So this kind of talks about healing yourself through trials and tribulations and the choices you made, which very much applies. It's also kind of telling you to don't fear pain because it has a place in your life. If you didn't have shadow, then your light wouldn't be as bright and it wouldn't be as significant. So the vibe I'm getting from this is you want to make sure you don't let the things that are painful in life hold you back from experiencing the beautiful things. I hope this has been a great read, and we'll see you next time. Hi, Pile 4. So I tried to do a reading for the Aries full moon, and it would not work. So I'm just doing this one off the cuff with my 3 more different moon oracles. And then I have my Sacred Rebels oracles, and then I pulled a card from my Syrian Starseed Tarot because I'm trying to learn those. So, first of all, we have larvakite, which is a really cool stone. It kind of reminds me of moonstone, labradorite. It's got a lot of flash. It's a pretty gray. And the properties are it improves vitality, calms your nerves, protects, and repels negativity. All good things. So then we've got my 2 oracles that I've made. This is my Easy Zodiac. This is my Heavenly Lyrics. Easy Zodiac, we have Scorpio, which goes very well with the moon. So you may be a Scorpio. You may be dealing with a Scorpio. You may be embodying Scorpio energy. The keywords I have on here are sexy, secretive, loyal, ambitious, jealous, brave. And then the song you got is I Will Come to You by Hanson, which I love. It says, when you have no light to guide you and no one to walk beside you, I will come to you. Oh, I will come to you. When the night is dark and stormy, you won't have to reach out for me. I will come to you. Oh, I will come to you. Sometimes all your dreams may have seen better days. When you don't know how or why, but you've lost your way, have no fear. When your fears are falling, I will hear your spirit calling, and I swear I'll be there. Come with me. So I like that it's talking about dark and stormy, because, you know, Scorpio's got kind of a dark vibe. I can take this 2 different ways. I can take this, well, actually 3 different ways. I can take it as, like, the spirit, God, saying that they'll be there for you. This could be a person saying that, or this could be you saying that to someone else. Let's see what other cards say. Let's start with these. Divine Rebels. Alright, we've got Follow Your Own Rhythm. And I like that because the moon has its own rhythm. And that is a number 5 card. Then we have receiving. That is a 27 card, a 2, a 7, or 9, if any of those numbers relate to you. And I almost get a little bit of a self-care vibe here. I get, receive from the universe, receive from the people around you. I get that you, pile 4, might be big givers, and it might be hard for you to receive, which I understand. It's very hard for me. Sometimes I have to talk myself into it. And then we have communication is key, new moon in Gemini. So maybe you need to receive this communication. Maybe you need to realize that even if you're dealing with a relationship or you're dealing with anything that is not what everyone else thinks is kosher, it doesn't matter. You follow your own rhythm. Maybe you pick up signs that they don't from your person or whatever the situation is. Then we have trust, egg moon. I love all these moon cards with Scorpio. And you have a person like almost in a clear egg. So this is also vibing to me, and this reduces down to 5, 3, or 2. And this is also vibing with me on self-care. It's very important that we all have self-care. Now, you got 2 of the Black Moon Oracle cards. You got Grand Trine Blessings, which is a beautiful purpley blue, which is kind of your theme color in here. And then you got South Node Life's Debts. 4 and 2, so that reduces down to 6. This is a 4 and 6. That reduces down to 10, which reduces down to 1. And let me grab you a little extra clarification on these, because these ones are not screaming out at me right now. This South Node Life's Debris almost kind of reminds me of the beast from like the Red Dragon series. So maybe this is talking about you've paid life debts and now it's your turn to have some blessings, which would make sense because the moon can be rebirth, and maybe you need to take some self-care because life has just kind of kicked your butt a little bit. Okay, so South Node. So this is kind of talking about karma, and I almost feel like it's talking about working through your karma because everything else around it is very calm and blue and nurturing, and it's dark, but it's not bad. It almost talks about you've worked through your karma, now just let it go. Move on to the self-care and the part of you that, or the new you, kind of. Like you've worked through that, so now you're moving into what your new path is going to be. Especially with this Grand Trine. Anything with Grand and Trine. 3 is very, very big deal when it comes to like numerology and astrology. And Grand, I mean, come on. Everybody knows that's good. I love the quote too. Everything was beautiful and nothing hurt. Kurt Vonnegut. If only that was the case. So this talks about easy flowing energy and luck. So I really do get the vibe that this is you've worked through some debts, your life debts, your karma, and you're moving into the time when you're going to get your blessings, whatever they may be. And then you have 8 of crystals. Well, that looks good. Sorry for the interruption. The 8 of crystals. So this is a man that has these beautiful crystals that are almost kind of look like diamonds, all pointing to the sky, all different sizes. Beautiful purple, a beautiful tower or castle behind him. So that ties in well with your blessings. So it sounds like you've kind of moved through some difficult times and you're now moving into your blessings period. I'm very happy for you. I hope you've enjoyed the reading, and I'll see you next time.